like a Hellcat.
Hello and welcome back to the channel where it's time for another pickup video. We have got three things today. We're going to start cheapest to most expensive, and they kind of get more interesting, I think, as we go along. First one is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion on the PS4. Found this Curry's £15.97, the cheapest place in the UK to get it. It's even cheaper than CEX secondhand or CEX price over there. This should be amazing. I've wanted this since it came out, but I didn't want to spend the 40 or 50 pounds on it, basically because, like the other Final Fantasies, I had a feeling it was going to go down in price quite a bit, and eventually it has. So for £15.97, this should be a brilliant game. I've not seen any reviews for it all, but the original Crisis Core is, in my opinion, the best game on the PSP. It was the game I played the most, game I enjoyed the most when I had my PSP. So hopefully this remake should be pretty good. Next one is in this box. I've not opened it yet. It is off Vinted. I've had problems with PS2s recently. Basically, my original PS2 died. I say died, it still worked, but it was uneven and it kept scratching the discs as they went around. So I actually sold it to CEX and they didn't even test it. They just took it in. So more fool them. That was a few years ago, to be fair. I was pretty annoyed with them because they'd sold me multiple broken PS3s. So I thought, you know what, I'll try and get my own back. And it worked. They took it. So more fool them, although I feel sorry if they did sell it to somebody. I had another PS3, but eventually that started PS2 and it just kept resetting, and I didn't know how to fix it. So I sold that as spares on Vinted for a tenner a while back. Then I got given a PS3 literally a few weeks ago. But unfortunately, every time you pushed the lid, it didn't think it was closed, so it wouldn't read the disc. When I eventually kept it shut, and I put a PS1 game, I tried the Warhawk game that I picked up recently on there, and it left a massive circular scratch around it. So that is being sold as spares or repair on Vinted. And I picked up this. It's an original fat PS2 off Vinted. I think it was like £15 plus £5 postage. It's actually wrapped in a bin bag. There. Because basically this one shouldn't grind the discs, obviously, because they go in there. They're not clipped in, they slide in. So hopefully it'll be better. I did have one of these originally to start with, but I can't remember what happened to it, if it broke or something. Hopefully, it literally is just console only because I've got all the cables. And to be honest, these have gone up in price. You can't get them cheap off Facebook anymore. You used to be able to get them for 20 quid with a few games, and it's basically impossible now. So I spent the £20 to get one. I'll also be able to record PS2 footage soon via the next item that I'm going to show you, which is the GBS control unit that I bought off AliExpress. Now, if people have watched my pickup videos before, they've known probably for a while, a couple of years, I've been trying to get a Sega Saturn HDMI cable that displays in RGB, but also displays the image at the correct size. And usually you get one, but you can't get the other. So the one I currently use is an Intech gaming cable. It displays in RGB, but the screen is zoomed in slightly. So some of the games that take up a bigger portion of the screen get cropped off, and you'll have noticed that in some of my reviews if you've seen them. This doesn't do that. It displays them at the correct size, so you can pick whether you want it to be like upscaled to 1080p or the screen dimensions. So basically you can pick 480 or 576p, which if you do that, it will be displayed at the correct size on the screen, and it upscales it as well. So I can do that with this. It's got RGB SCART input as well, so I can put my PS2 in via there, put my N64 in, so I've got an RGB modded N64, my Dreamcast if I wanted to, and my Saturn. So it's really good. It's also got other inputs. It's got composite and component, and it's also got a VGA input as well if you want to do that. So it's a pretty decent device. It's not perfect. This was £55 I think posted, so it's cheaper than the Rad2X cable, but the Rad2X cable is crap. If you've seen my videos for that, you'll know it's not a good cable to get for your Saturn. So this is really good for that, for what I want, for recording footage. It's not great for just sitting there and playing the games, because sometimes when you go from different screens in a game, the screen kind of jumps up a bit, so it's not perfect. But at the end of the day, you get what you pay for, and this is perfect for capturing footage for all of my reviews and my comparison videos. So that is what I'll be using from now on, which is good. It does what I want it to do, and it's better than all of those crappy HDMI cables that I've tried I'm not wasting my money on any more of those. They are crap. I would get one of these if you, I say that if you're just planning to record footage like me, this is better. For playing the games continually, it's fine, but then I just have problems when a different screen loads on the game. It'll blur up and down before it resets. I don't know why. I've not managed to change that in the settings, so maybe there is a way to sort that out. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe if anybody's got one of these and they know how to use it to stop that, let me know. But again, that's unlikely. So they're my 3 pickups today. This Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion and the PS2. If you've got any of thoughts, I should say, on these, I'm losing my words. It's quite late and I'm a little bit tired, to be honest. But if you've got any thoughts on this, let me know. If anybody else has got one, if they know how to rectify what I said. Also, opinions on Crisis Core Reunion. I've never played it. I will be playing it, obviously, in the near future. Hopefully it's a good game. That is it today. Thank you for watching, and I shall be back soon for another video. Goodbye for now.